fantastic girl. She's a big girl. Okay? Another big girl. You want to play with one of these? So I'm out here today. I have Anna with me. And this is an amazing pup. Just truly outstanding. Now, for those of you that don't know, I raise Norwegian Elkhounds and Swedish Elkhounds. I have some of the very best in the world. And this particular dog is one of our pups from two of our very best dogs, of course, Tekla and Dogger. This pup is 10 weeks old, the day past 10 weeks. We're up here in the mountains of British Columbia today, and she's staying with me for what's called the Desmond training program. And the Desmond training program is a thing I can run for pups that stay an extra 8 weeks, and they work with me out in the wilderness to learn off-leash skills. Now they gain a little bit of leash skill, and they gain a little bit of pack mentality, of course, along with that, but the primary focus for most people is they want the dog to be able to do what this dog is doing when they get the dog home. Just hang out with the handler on a remote terrain hike. No leash, no collar, no harness, nothing. Just cruise along. Now it's I think it's the 29th of September 2019. And so we're up above the yard doing a hike here with Anna, and I don't have a model dog today. I walked down to the kennel. I was getting all geared up for a hike, and I wasn't 100% sure. I knew Anna was coming, but I didn't know if I was taking Mon or who I was taking. Anyway, Vida's in heat, so Mon didn't want to go, and I looked around the pen. Everybody else was already in their pens, in their shacks having a snooze, because it's like this at home too. The only one that came out and wanted to go was Anna. So I said, well, that's good enough for me. So it's just her and I doing a solo hike. Now, normally I don't do solo hikes till 15, 16 weeks, because the skill level just takes, a little bit to do that. But with this dog, she's like a 2-year-old dog. She's so profound that it's not even funny. This is an amazing dog. Now, BJ and Jonna were just up here. They're in Idaho. They're guides down there, and they work down that way. And when they called, what they wanted was one of the very best off-leash dogs we could get them, because BJ had Elkhounds before, and he knew the breed, and he had working dogs. He's had them. It's been a long time since he's had one, but he had good dogs, and he was looking for a really good dog. And Jaina had not had a pup before, and so this was her first one. So when they come out, we were hiking all around this whole country. We were higher, but that dog locked onto her, and she could just walk. And she said, what should I do? I said, well, you just cruise. That dog is locked onto you, and it'll just stay with you. And she was just hiking, and little Anna was just trucking right along with her. It was a sight to behold. Quite fascinating. And little Anna would check in and stop and check in and come back, and they were so thrilled, so amazed. And I mean, I was even shocked. That was a week ago almost now. But this is an incredibly good dog. Now, for those of you that have seen my videos, you've seen Mon, you've seen Luna. Mon and Luna are pretty much full siblings to this dog, different litter. Slightly, just a little variance in genetics, because Dogger, the brother of another mother to Luna and Mon, is the father. So Mon and Luna are full siblings, but Dogger is only a half sibling to Mon and Luna. So that way I could use him on their mother, which is Tekla, and end up with this, which is almost a full sibling to Mon and Luna. Now, believe it or not, this dog's already an aunt as of Friday. So, Oh man, Luna kept me up for like 36 hours. So I was in the pen with Luna for a long time, and she had 6 lovely pups, boy, but she took her time. Oh my goodness. And so Luna just had her pups, beautiful dog. So I got to notify everybody tonight. But I wanted to get this video. I was needing to stretch out a little bit after laying on the floor of the kennel there for so many hours, and so it was good. And so Luna's all content. She's laid out, all the little guys lined up. So the little guys that are coming are just like this. What do you hear, girl? Now that's a smart dog, so I'll pay attention to that dog. She knows what's going on. You can trust the instincts on these dogs. Now, there's nobody else in the world could take a 10-week-old dog and cruise through the mountains like this. It's just not happening. You got to have the right breed of dog. You got to have the right genetic traits. And this dog is 100% geared to do this. That's what it does. So I'm not any too fantastic, but that dog is. And so that's kind of cool. So this is one of the very best dogs in the world. This is, can you believe this dog, right? Checks in, just goes, does her thing, checks in. Fascinating dog. No, I could get up and start walking. She'd just truck right along. I stop, she'd play. We go, I stop, she plays. And she's so in tune with everything, but she's so independent that I've had to train just a slight bit different than others, because she responds to just the slightest little things. Just an amazing response to very little movement, little tiny things that take a little more movement out of others, but not her. She's so aware. It really is something to work with her. You're a good girl, boy. You're a good girl. Yeah, and a happy dog, and powerful, stout. I mean, we're trucking. Now, we can't go very fast because I'm really sliding under this wet snow. It did not freeze under there, and so I have some treacherous conditions, so we're taking it easy. But she's having a blast, I'll tell you. Just this is her element. So she's watching everything we're doing. We're going along, and we're climbing under trees because they're all across the roads, and we've got old logging trails and skid trails that we can hike, and we keep trucking. We circle all these mountains and make our way up, and then eventually they play out back there, so we just hike through the bush. But there's lots of trails that we can go higher, but I can't make it right now until it freezes. I'm just slipping, so I don't want to hurt my leg. But this will be a nice hike anyway. We've only, maybe we're a mile and a half from the yard maybe. So it's not, but it's almost all uphill. So it's not a far distance, but it's a fun time. And the snow is right to her back. I didn't think it was that high up here, but it's right up to her back. So yeah. So there'll be some really excited people tonight when I let them know that Luna had her litter. And Luna was bred to Pretty Boy Leaf. Very, very exciting pups. Those are good pups. Some of the best ever as well. Now, I had Vida all scheduled to go up to the AI clinic, and I was going to AR to Swix, and sure enough, her ovulation started the minute Luna started whelping. So I had done all the ovulation tests in advance, which I wouldn't have needed to do because I couldn't get to the clinic, obviously. So I had Leaf all fed and ready. He was standing at the fence, and so he's hooked up with Vida already the minute I put her in there. So he'll have a litter with Vida, and it was his son Loki that had the litter before with Vida. Awesome, just totally awesome. I kept Vana, one of those pups, from that litter, so Leaf gets a chance right now with Vida. Vida's an incredible dog. Vida is a daughter of the grandfather of this dog. So Vida and Dogger are full siblings. And so Vida's a a sister to the dad and a daughter of the grandfather. Well, that would make sense. So you know what I'm talking about. Dakota's the grandfather, and Bram is the other grandfather. So this is all our best genetics in this, as you can tell. I mean, this is the best genetics in the world right here. So this is an incredible dog, just amazing, aren't you, girl? You are something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and happy to be doing what she's doing. She's not over. She doesn't need me, put it that way. She likes me. She can work with me. She'll do whatever I want, but she don't need me already. That's fascinating. She didn't need me in about 5 weeks. She was already done. She could do her own thing now. Her other two sisters went down to Wyoming. They're hiking the high country down there. Now this dog will be hiking in that whole Snake River area, all them mountains there, all around Yellowstone, on the edge of Yellowstone. They're in Idaho, but they're all in that area. So yeah, pretty cool. Well, Anna, we better get trucking, buddy. Hey, girl? That's a pretty good video. I wanted to show this video off because this is such an amazing dog. And so I thought, well, I'll carry my camera up here today. I hope my video turns out. I know it'll be dark, but that doesn't matter. You get to see what I see. Just a dog wandering around happy as heck. Look at that. Look at that girl. What a good girl. You are some fantastic girl. That's a beautiful dog. Oh my goodness. Not a flaw in that dog. She might snow a bit more yet. It's socked right in here. We might get another couple inches up here tonight yet. It'll cool down, start cooling down right away. Oh, you're a good girl. I'm telling you. You are a good girl. Happy dog, hey? Just happy. That's a really good pup. Snow dog. Loves the snow. Couldn't be happier. You're a good girl, boy. And you can just hike through the mountains with this dog. You don't have to call her name. I haven't said her name on the trail yet. She just cruises. By 16 weeks, this dog will be better than Mon. Hard to believe. Well, if she matches Mon, that'll be fantastic. But I'm sure she will. Just a really, really good dog. Her dad is really good. Dog is really, really good. And you know her mother is really exceptional. I figure her mother is the best in the world right now. You sleep good tonight, girl. We'll give you 2 patties. She's eating 2 patties every day. That's funny. All right, enough watching the dog run the snowbank. We better get hustling.